There's a massive Google Ads update coming soon where local service ads will no longer be a thing. So it will be totally absorbed into the Google Ads platform. And I'll explain what's happening, where the leads will actually be displayed, what's happening to the existing local service ads, and we'll get right into it. So Google actually released this update to advertisers where basically they're moving all of the local service ads by the end of 2027. By August 2026, they're going to just select a few home and storefront service advertisers to move from local service ads over to Google Ads. And then of course, late 2026, we're going to see a broader scope of service area businesses without storefronts moving into Google Ads. And then across 2027, all non-US based accounts will actually move in all the remaining categories. So here's what that looks like. They're moving your local service ads into Performance Max campaigns, but it's not a normal Performance Max. The way that it works is they're creating their special lead type inside of Google Ads where you'll still be paying for valid leads, and they're creating a new conversion goal for it. And your leads still will show on Google Search and Google Maps only, just the same way they've been doing with local service ads. And the targeting is still keywordless. It's still going to be like a smart campaign. So you'll have all of your budget and targeting moving into Google Ads. Your lead replies and all of your leads will actually go into the Google Ads manager, the lead manager, in your conversion settings. So to access the leads, what you'll need to do is go into your goals dropdown, conversions, and select leads. Now, it's not available right now for me on this view, but basically you'll be able to see it somewhere here on the left-hand side. It'll just show you leads. So you'll be able to access all of them there. And then anything to do with the old migration, all the redirects will go to Google Ads. So if you try to access the old site for local service ads, it will still redirect to your normal Google Ads account. Now, there's a few caveats to the migration. Your performance reports won't actually migrate from the old dashboards, so they won't sync one-to-one, unfortunately. Your past customer leads will actually transfer into your leads manager. That's a given, right? You don't want to lose any of that. Now, before all this takes effect, if you're holding on to the performance reports and you need to collect or hoard that data for whatever reason, then I recommend you export your current reports and just hold on to them, get AI to remember them or something like that. I doubt that you would need to do this in general, but if you ever did, then that's what I recommend that you do. Now, there are some other bidding changes that will actually go away. So for example, the maximum cost per lead bidding is no longer supported. So that will no longer be a thing. Target CPA by vertical will no longer be a thing. So basically you'll just switch over to a maximized conversion strategy and you use your normal target CPA for there, but you can't actually track it by industry anymore. And the budget changes as well. So for example, the old weekly budget divided by 7 days is no longer going to be a thing. You're going to be tied to the average daily budget, which is usually taking your daily budget, timesing up at 30.4 days. And that's how you work out your monthly budget or your daily budget for how much you're willing to spend by the end of the month. Got another video on how the budget and bidding actually works inside of Google Ads. You can check that out, but you can see all of the information here. Now, the good thing is for your specific account, you will get a heads up. So they will give you 14 days notice before the migration of your specific Google Ads account with your LSAs. And so before that actually happens, if you're tied to the historical reporting or anything like that, you're an agency and you need to get all of the lead data, download everything as a backup, go ahead and do that. Do whatever's reasonably within your control. And then that's pretty much everything. So go ahead, check out my channel. I've got lots of videos on Google Ads, how to set up different Performance Max campaigns. Even though the local service ads are not the same, it's worth for you to go and try other campaign types because Google is basically seeing the value of normal Google Ads, search campaigns, Performance Max, all that stuff, and how valuable they are for local service businesses. So they're trying to see if you can obviously do your local service ads inside of Google Ads, but also encourage you to try out other campaign types to diversify. I hope that was informative and helpful. I'm going to keep everything below so you can check out the actual documentation, go read it yourself. And if you got any questions, let me know. Thanks.